All right, everybody, it is time. So today, welcome you all to MOR-2 Olympiad Return. It's gonna be a fun time. Basically, what I'm getting at is that we have a Martial Olympiad. I'm so sorry. We have a tournament that's gonna be happening right now for the first week, for the first match. Division B coming in hot. We have Storm Lost Legion, as you see above, and Smoke Adders facing off. Who will win? I don't know. Probably some good fights and good matches. Ooh, 495 tons coming out of Smoke Adders, and we're seeing 475 tons coming out of TSLO. So honestly, we're gonna see some great stuff. Now let's get rid of this folder. Let's get rid of me. I know you'll see me in a little bit. Let's turn off this music because now we need to start hearing those lasers. Now, prediction is: will we see blue lasers? Will we see purple lasers? Purple lasers don't exist. Well, dang it, you got me there. I mean, disco lasers exist in BattleTech stuff. That'd be cool. That'd be amazing. All right, here we go. Teams are spawning. People are getting situated. Looks like we're going to be already looking at TSLO, the Storm Lost Legion. And let's see what kind of stuff they're going to be running with. We do see out of them, Corsair the Viper, Annihilator being piloted by Stone Falcon, Rabbito's Squirrel being piloting the Viper. We have Veilboat in the Warhammer 60. We have Sir Epic Opponent in the Summoner, Panther, Katana by Royal Star, Firestarter by Ace, and Stalker by JZ. We're looking at ER PPCs. We're looking at only Stalker, 5 ER large lasers. Look at the 4 light PPCs on that Panther. Big shock there. 4 ER lasers on that Warhammer. 5 ER large lasers. My goodness, y'all. Did I not say it? I think I did. And I'm assuming that we're just seeing a machine gun build out of this one. Oh, micropulses and ER micros as well. Interesting enough, now we move on to Smoke Adders. We already got TKO, the Fleet 17, running a modest 1 small laser, 6 small pulse build. We're also seeing a Mistlings coming out by Thorax. We see a Vapor Eagle Captain Judas coming out as well. I need to make sure I mute those alert buttons. I apologize. Vapor Eagle coming out. Dire Wolf. We're seeing a Warm 6R, another 1P, and a Hunchback, and a Marauder. Seeing some ER large lasers, Gauss rifles, ER large lasers, and PPCs. We see ER PPCs and light Gauss. Oh my goodness. Look at all that range. But we see some particle pulse cannons coming out now. Now, more importantly, let's look at the map. So if you notice, we already have 3 caps being taken over by Storm Lost Legion. We have only 1 and maybe another one coming up here in a second over here by Kappa coming to Smoke Adders. So the cap points are in play, but we are looking at a little bit of a range warfare. Love the positioning coming out of these teams. As you see, Smoke Adders is spread out all across this ridgeline. Look at that firepower. Look at that Overwatch as they try to mount an offensive. Taking modest damage. TKO and the Flea being at 82%. Looking over here to Storm Lost Legion. Let's look at their positioning. So almost in a mirror setup to what we have over from Smoke Adders. Another 1P Stone Falcon going down to 86%, but only maybe mess with the right arm. Looks like a Wolfpack is going over to see that we can claim Kappa for the team. We have Warhammer 60 still putting out their shots before largely taking out a UAV. Panther getting the Pop-Tart shots and getting some ricochet going off. Summoner piloting or being with the 3 ER PPCs and all the back. JC with that range, 5 ER large lasers because that's going to hit from that range. It's insane. All right, so we see a little trade warfare. We know how that's probably going to go here in a second. We do see a lot of teams drop, but I want to move over to the Wolfpack because it's the thing that people forget. Yes, it's important for their traders to actually win their fights, but if a Wolfpack can get a couple of mechs early on, revealing a easy flank into their ranged mechs, oh, that can make the difference. We see Hunchback Vindicated getting focused out, trying to pull out from the fight, dropping down to 70% with their left torso ready to pop. Focus fire was pretty good for that one for Storm Lost Legion. Looks like they're somewhat pulling back. See arm component coming out of that Vapor Eagle going down to nothing, but there are 3 RPCs being forced amount of weapons. They ain't gotta worry. Ooh, tasty airstrike hitting Rabbit Girl square in the face. Unfortunately, that probably burned a little more than they would like. Now, that Viper is running. They are disengaging from that fight, letting him actually have it and see if they can work a different angle. We have actually, it looks like an airstrike and artillery strike coming out of Stone Falcon and Royal Star. Will they be able to notice it in time, or will they take some lovely artillery fire? That is a yes, and maybe even a little yes. Oh, feel the burn indeed. But look at these teams. We have Vindicated, yes, at 59%, being one of the Brawl Hunchbacks out of Smoke Adders. We have being Rapid Squirrel Viper piloting with the 75%. So honestly, a lot of these mechs are taking like the normal traits you would expect, and it's actually pretty even as far as these range mechs. Still taking their positions in the back. We do have the Darrow being Psycho being dropped down to 60%. We do see that's just mostly a left arm, which would have made a Gauss rifle shot or weapon out of it. Psycho not being disappointed though, does indeed take out Rapid Squirrel, which was the weekend Viper out of Storm Lost Legion. Big hit has been struck. The reason why we say that is because right now, you may notice once again, 3 caps, Gamma, Theta, and Kappa are being secured by Smoke Adders. Right now, they are in the lead. Hugely? No, not necessarily. if time goes by with these range mechs doing more and more work, and it looks like that right now Smoke Adders is somewhat on the worst end as far as like the damage goes. Sea-Wiz dropping down to 68%. Left torso is open. Nasty shot there. That's gonna hurt quite a bit. But maybe they can pull it off. Ooh, dropping on the right torso. So we leave away with an airstrike coming in. Actually ripping off that right torso and taking off all the weapons as none else. Sea-Wiz is just a stick. Tasty airstrike. And Lost Legion is not losing the moment, not losing the effort. I don't even know if they actually registered the fact that the airstrike did so much value, but they are moving onto Kappa now. Only 2 mechs, Royal Star and Viper, will be the last one for Lost Legion, is trying to maintain that hold, trying to hold the position, see if they can claim it. And not really being able to be contested by the Marauder is going to come down to this Annihilator and Mislinks to try to push them back off. Now, again, these cap points are just lines in the grass, places to fight in the fight, because this is what's going to happen. So you start seeing other light mechs start getting a little desperate, trying to see if they can get some more room, trying to see if they can get another flag. But unfortunately, mechs are dropping. We do see another mech go down. Looks like these 2 mechs are still fighting out. Sea-Wiz, just the stake being taken out. Unfortunately, the loss was already had earlier in the fight, so this is not a bad trade-off to lose. Light mechs trying to do work with the Mislinks and the Annihilator, trying to keep him back. Baby Eagle is trying to take a little bit of a joint route to see if they can put shots on these 2 light mechs. If they were able to take out these Wolfpack mechs, that would be huge. But notice, Lost Legion is moving up with a Warhammer, Annihilator, and Firestarter, putting shots onto their Annihilator 1P. Unfearing taking, so much damage right and left torso ready to go. That would be a huge hit for Smoke Adders if they lost that kind of firepower, with already losing their Marauder out of it. We do have the Hunchback still hanging on. Left torso almost looking at 1 touch. We do see Lost Legion at least flip the cap for Kappa. Again, barely any like chance shots, and Smoke Adder's still in the lead, even with Lost taking the cap. So it is going to come down to these last couple of hits, these fights that are about to happen. Psycho dropping down to 23%, and as I said, that name, oh boy, they went down. So there we go, another one. Jay-Z taking out the Warhammer, or underscore, trying to do their best. It does look like Smoke Adders, after using all the armor, is finally falling to the concentrated fire that is Lost Legion. Mislinks Thorax trying to do what they can to see if they slow the time. Because again, look at this. Kappa is being currently recapped by Smoke Adders, trying to maintain their cap lead. Theta is being taken. Ace is able to get a few more kills on those mechs in that low pit. We have Thorax trying to go in, see if they can do some last shots. We do see some mechs potentially stuck on each other, unless that jump jet blur was just amazing. Corso accidentally killing Royal Star. We were greedy for the kill. Didn't matter who got in the way.
Is controlled by the enemy.
With only 2 caps left, Smoke Adders does have a small lead, but with 8 minutes and 27 seconds, that's a lead that could easily get lost. We do see TKO putting out some shots on the rocks, maybe, cursing the name that is Lost Legion for, hoarding their friends and taking everybody out. TKO will potentially try to make a play looking for Sigma. 1 cap is not going to be enough of a 4 cap stack, so it is going to come down to some more risky business. But Smoke Adders might be just fiending for kills at this point. I mean, honestly, that was a really great fight. That was good positioning we have out of both these teams. The Wolfpacks made the kind of decisions for the fight, while the range mechs just did their best to open up what they can. And notice Lost Legion, I mean, they're Jay-Z, who was, remember, in the very back, in what we call the graveyard, everybody, was doing great amount of damage and not taking much in exchange. Nothing was open out of it. Behold the range of the Stalker. We have the summoner of 2 ERPCs, Viper, going the distance, see if they can spot the enemy mech. We do actually see some shots. I'm just going to take a look at everybody else who's open. Let's see what happens. Can TKO get another kill? No! Jay-Z hitting that shot around Zavale Boat. Was able to take the kill. Good fight. Good game. All right, so there we go. We have the match. Let's publish the stats for everybody. And let's take a look at these damage numbers. Royal Star 428, good damage. We got 736 coming out of Stone Falcon, though, taking the victory there. We do have Thorax bringing in 306, and we got a Unfearing 443, 425. Tough fight for Smoke Adders. He definitely did a great job trying to fend off the enemy teams. And honestly, for a second there, I didn't think it was going to go their way. I did think it was going to go their way. Did a great job. You have to admit. This Tourmaline Desert. Tourmaline Desert is not one of my favorites. I will be honest. Hitting some of the blank wall, like the map itself strategically and what it's for is fantastic, but those darn little walls, these guys right here, can't tell you how many times I see a mech, shoot at them, doesn't do anything. If you can't relate, I don't know, just do it one time, just try it. Okay, that's my little thing. All right, now we're gonna focus on the match. Thank you. for listening to Yuntow's talk. So we have smoke adders coming in. We have Sea Wizard and Timberwolf. We have a Dire Wolf. We have a Linebacker. We have Thorax and the Panther. We have Vindicated and Shadowhawk. Another 1P. We have the Black Lantern and by Captain Judas and underscore Mislanes. So, interesting enough, as much as you can see, I love to see a Black Lantern though, actually. That's fantastic. Machine gun, small pulses, SRMs, heavy small laser, a little bit of everything. 2 Gods, 5-year-olds, lasers coming out of that Dire Wolf again. I mean, the Dire Wolf did do some good work, so I love to see it. We got the Mislings running the 8 small pulses machine guns. We have the Timberwolf running the 5-ER Medo, 2 large pulses, devastating weapon. 3 ER PPCs coming out of the Shadow Cow. We have the United 1P taking 3 ER larges, 2 ER PPCs. Match is already starting, oh my goodness. And a linebacker probably running MPLs or SRMs. We are looking at actually laser bombing. Looking for a little bit of range, little poke. Now this is the setup I was talking about. Real quick, we have to go over a Javelin, Firestarter, Hunchback 2C, Night Gear, Grasshopper, Vapor Eagle, and a Dire Wolf, and a Night Star. A Night Star. I gotta find that Night Star. So these are the mechs being brought over by Stormlost Legion. ERPC's AC-10 got a little bit of brawl capability. We got the Firestarter kind of set up as well. Javelin trying to see if they can get some more info from this push. Now, interesting enough, I gotta highlight it before we go to the rest of the mechs. We do see this setup coming out of Stormlost Legion where they're taking the high ridge covers, able to put a lot of trace fire, and while they're taking this side hill, these are the 2 main spots I was talking about. Now, interesting enough, about the smoke adders, they decided to take this huge range gambit over here to where they're actually going to be able to focus on, well, the entire side of the enemy team. Like, they're able to get all these, I wouldn't say free shots, but definitely good, decent shots off the side. Looks like they are going to try to make the laser bomb and brawl push and actually see if they can take out these 2 mechs right here. Ladies and gents, and those beyond the binary, I don't know if we're going to have a full enough time to actually go through all of these mechs. We do have a 3 LRZ, 2 Gauss rifle. They know the push is coming. 4 LRZ is coming. The Hunchback. Question is, where's this going to come around? They do have to wrap around this side right here. Actually, it seems like they're ignoring this, but interesting enough, they're actually dropping. They're leaving the high ground. Black now making its way up to the top, but thankfully, for Stormlost Legion, we're able to get out of it because that's how these range mechs work. What you want to do is you want to provide different positions of fire and basically keep a certain rotation to where you can constantly provide overwatch for your teammates if they're getting pushed by a brawl push, which is effective what was about to happen for coming out of smoke adders and was received well by Stormlost Legion. So coming out of these teams, we're looking at it. Ooh, love to hear that laser fire. We have out of Stormlost Legion dropped into 77% with a Notvis. We do see that we have not a really bad damage spread across all of them, to be honest with you. Still, Falcon and the Night Star was the one that took the most of the damage trying to make that push. Did take quite a bit of it, but they're still managed to do just fine. Domination zone, all you have to do is keep 1 mech there and you'll be okay. We do have 2 mechs out of Stormlost Legion, nearly a third, trying to keep good cover fire, trying to keep them in zone so they can push them out if they can. Big strike coming out. Star Epic Poner dropping down to 82%, but still keeping all their weapons, more importantly. The exchange fire going out. We do see Thorax and that Panther doing its best to stay alive, but dropping down to 65% core, and not even like a great core. That's like a few 2 ELRs lasers, and that's a burnt out mech. Love to see it. Kubushi shots, that linebacker taking pretty brutal hits, probably a lot of the rear armor. Actually, the left torso, a little bit of the rear armor were opened up. So, yeah, Stormlost Legion was able to resist the push back the momentum, and is currently, yeah, their damage is spread out across the board, but there's 2 severely damaged mechs coming out of smoke adders. And actually looks like this Grasshopper being piled by this Veilbone and Rabid Squirrel are seeing if they can take some shots of opportunity. Now, the question is, does Thorax know? Thorax is not giving him a chance. This Veilboat is definitely scouting out. I'm assuming we have some motion sensors coming out of the Panther because the Panther is fully aware. Also, big shock, everybody. If you don't move and you stand still for a second, guess what? You can hear mechs moving around you. Wow. Power of technology. So we do see a nice little pushback. Good job, Thorax, trying to give the info. And that linebacker, also being halved, was able to push it back and open up that Grasshopper 5H to a 1-touch left torso. One little tappity tap, and that mech is having a bad day. Let's go ahead and get you all. Oh. There we go. Try to get that ad out of the way so you guys don't have to worry about too much of the match. And let's end this prediction. Alright, sorry, I had to do that halfway through. Nothing much lost. We have Zalfo trying to do a good retreat and get out of the situation if they can. Looks like they are going to wrap around to maybe a left flank, trying to take some pot shots way over to, oh my gosh, way over to the Dire Wolf and Psyche. Psyche still doing okay. Actually has just a left arm open again, kind of a reminiscent of what was happening on Canyon Network. Just a Gauss rifle, everybody. It's just a Gauss rifle. But both these teams tried to do their much damage as they can with their range. The push coming out of Smoke Adders was unfortunately not able to get too much of a hold. They're still able to put mechs in some kind of advantageous position, so maybe they can make something work. But right now they're kind of holding off. Oh, but in that meantime, Underscore taking advantage of poor OJZ in the night gear, ripping out the legs, catching it in between. So honestly, that's what a lot of it's gonna probably come down. It's like the light mechs once again taking it shots of opportunity and trying to get the value in again. Firestarter being powered by Rapido Squirrel, putting out what it can with the PPC shots. 3 light PPCs and 5 small leaders is nothing to shake at. Baby Eagle being powered by Rollstar. It has to retreat a little bit, drop down to 2 ER PPCs. Blacker still taking a line of advantage, and that's the thing. This can still go either way. Smoke Adders is in a pretty damaged spot with their 2 of their mechs, 3 or 4 if you count the Direwolf and the Timberwolf being piloted by Seawiz and Psyche, respectively. But Stormlost Legion did lose Night Gear. Night Gears are not, Night Gears are great. Oh, another strike coming down it. And actually, not even just a strike, a little crossfires. We're having little mislings coming here, trying to see if we can sow some dissent and deceit within their ranks. And what I mean by that, bullets make traders resolve. Look at that. Look at those shots. Those are so good. We have the torso ripped open. We have the center torso coming out of the Sir Epic Poner. I mean, with the trades that have been going on, I'd imagine there's been some really good fights. Love the position coming out of Vindicated right here. Jump Jet's making great use and still making great use, putting what shots they can, trying to keep their heads ducked. And notice that on the map right here, Domination, we have more Smoke Adders inside of this region, more than we Stormlost Legion, but we still have these tasty, tasty little mechs. Ace going in for the Direwolf of Psyche. This would be a big change, as those machine guns are going to be in a nice spot. There's not going to be any kind of close mechs that will be able to help out. And boom goes Dynamite. Ace is able to take that kill. So now we have a 1-for-1 situation. Again, Stormlost Legion open up everywhere. Definitely great use of armor twisting, trying to keep themselves in the fight and alive. Again, the position coming out of both these teams are in a really choice spot, but yep, as we were on our way, Light Mechs doing Light Mechs things, or Wolfpack doing Wolfpack things. We do see the Firestarter, Hunchback, and Darrow trying to fend off what they can. We do see the good old Night Star Stone Falcon staying in the fight. Remember, they started way over here. Now look at them. Wow, they've journeyed far. So we do have these mechs trying to get into a brawl, trying to get a fight. We do see another, yet again, Stormlost Legion able to push back the momentum and push back the assault. We do see the Black Lantern being piloted by Captain Judas is down to a left torso open, left right leg open. We do see Vindicate is able to get Veilbo, the open Grasshopper from the other side of the map. We'll investigate that in a second. We do see a cored out Timberwolf by Seawiz. Now over here, we do see that poor Grasshopper doing its best, but finally getting taken down. Vindicated doing a nasty shot with those PPCs. We're able to catch it. Thorax was scattered out by Ace, and that is not a situation one, but I love the late use of UAV. Typically, everyone a little early spams all their UAVs before everyone else gets a chance to be in the fight. It's nice to see that Thorax was a wise one and kept theirs on for a little early, or a little later, excuse me. Ace now playing the weighted game as well. Must have learned from Thorax's strat, and Thorax doing the exact same thing, just trying to wait each other out, being patient. Vindicated now, because they're not able to have as many range partners to help them out, is trying to trade into 3 of the mechs on their own. We do see Captain Judas doing their best. Again, we see the same strat being practiced by their Smoke Adders comrade, Thorax. They're trying to take this side angle and try to get as much info, because that's a lot of info. You'll be able to hear quite a bit for the position. No real ways to engage unless you drop off to the side. So this is just info gathering Black Lantern right now. Timberwolf just looking for any prize shots they can. We do know there's a javelin right here. So oddly enough, we're in a slight stalemate. It seems like the most that we're actually see is the Vindicated with the PPCs, 3R PPCs, and Stone Falcon and the 9-star 9 eyes. I just love that it waddled its way over there. It still gets me a little bit. We do see Royal Star in the with the Beagle once just have the 2 ER PPCs. Still does 35% cord open. So it's kind of Vindicated right now for Smoke Adders. Is kind of having to carry it through. Everyone's so damaged, and there's still 6 minutes on the clock. Now. Ooh, a little cheeky spot action coming out of the Timberwolf, though. Seawiz saying, all right, we could wait around. We could not do anything. But instead, we're just going to get a little more action. Hoping for another poke, see if they can get the value for it. Black Lantern still holding the patience as well. A lot of these mechs still just holding their ground. We got TKO coming over. Actually, you making use of the fact that these mechs are too worried about the 2 mechs close to him, is trying to see if it can get a little bit closer, maybe get a little more optimal range for the linebacker. 2 ER beams is not quite a bit, but it is still something. We do see that Unfearing, another one piece. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Where is this guy? I mean, I think it was over there originally, but I totally did not check on you at all. Annihilator, 3 PPCs, or 3 ERLs, and 2 PPCs is nothing to shake at. I mean, with how opened up Stormlost Legion is and how pseudo-fresh that Annihilator is. Oh, Black Lane are going to get some easy early game shots. Hopefully enough to get the value off of this. We do see a little bit of a full set coming from Stormlost Legion. We do see Servant opponent go down. Seawiz taking it. We do see another one going down by Captain Judas. Will roll star the Vapor Eagle. No, it will go down as well. That Black Laner is ready to pop. Left leg nearly gone. Boom. Notfist getting it. Notfist being taken out. What a quick and decisive fight. Now, that is going to leave Stone Falcon in that Night Star and Ace in the Javelin. Now, the Javelin could still make this work. They don't need to be taking any huge shots, but against an Annihilator, if it's a 1v1, I'm going to give it to that. Now, we do see Seawiz trying to do their best to put some more shots. Now, Stone Falcon. Oh, Stone Falcon with the good old flankety-flank. Like, it's probably really the Javelin's going to make the difference, but if Stone Falcon can get into range before Ace gets taken out by the rest of these mechs. We do see that Ace is trying to get close, trying to dodge shots. His ELR is putting a massive amount of fiber, actually going for Seawiz instead, trying to put what shots it can. Smoke Adders is only 19 seconds away from winning this whole thing to the domination, but Ace is still able to get the kill. We do see Stone Falcon putting out shots, but it's actually being focused out by Unfearing, and with 3 mechs versus 1. I'm not sure if Stormlost Legion is going to be able to take this one back. It's still getting another kill. Don't count Ace out of the game yet. Vindicated coming down saying that was my friend. Is going for the action. Ace not afraid to actually put in the shots. Machine guns, this is the state of the game where the machine guns are going to get the most value. Actually goes down, and now it is a 1v1. Ace 39%. It looks like they're dead according to this little paper ball. There we go. It's green. It's red. It's gone. Wow, what a match, everyone. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Like, honestly, so many things happened in the match. There was so much back and forth. There were so many times where teams ran across to the side to get the flank. There were so many times where they actually took the opportunity and kind of kept it a range fight the entire time. What I'm getting at is that there was some great coordination. There was great moments of opportunity. Mistlings diving in on the Night Gear. A Mech's trying to peel and push away a Night Star. Night Star going on a journey. Oh, that was great. 8 damage, 858 damage coming Unfearing. We do see 544 damage coming Jay-Z. A lot of great value, a lot of good damage. Jay-Z being the first one to go, still did the most damage. Whew. That's a little scary. All right, let's go ahead and just screw over here. Because we want to see Stormlost Legion is on the losing end. You know, just a 1-1, but they're still on the losing end. I want to see what they could do. I want to see what they just had to bring to the table. So already, we're seeing some interesting mechs. We got ourselves an Orion. Ooh, Goss rival 4 large lasers. We do see the 2 PPCs and 2 Goss coming out of the Marauder 4L. Night Gear with 1 Goss 4 large lasers. Not this. We do see the other Marauder 4L being 2 PPCs, 2 Goss rifle. We're seeing the PPC Vapor Eagle. We're seeing a Mistlings with probably machine guns and micro lasers. Oh my goodness. Black Laner coming in good. I think that Black Laner did some solid work for Smoke Cutters. Let's see if we do the same with Stormlost Legion. We do see that they're able to take the Theta Cap and about to grab Theta. We do see it out of Smoke Adders. TKO in the Fleet 17. Psyche in the Night Gear. Oh, it's all right with me. And then Enforcer Gilly. We do see the Pfizer being taken by Underscore. Another Enforcer Gilly being taken by Captain Judas. We do see a Seawiz in the Mad Cat 2-1 and a Direwolf by Unfearing. 2 Goss 4 large laser. 2 Goss 4 large laser. Do y'all see the trend that is happening right now? Because I think I do. DR people is 2 light Goss. We do see Enforcer Gilly 4 large lasers. Another Enforcer Gilly went under the map because I was so excited to see it's all right with me. Oh, love that look too. 4 large lasers, not even 4 ER. Trying to be a little bit more closer mech. And as we knew it, everybody, we have ourselves a good old-fashioned standoff. Now, notice that Vapor Eagle though. Stormlost Legion is taking down to 77%. Probably got some really hard opening trails. See, we're leading the charge. Right torso almost popped, so they have to play a little more delicate from here on out if they want to get the effort and value out of it. We do see some trades coming out from Notfist. Been some good shots to the team. 1 Goss 4 large laser doing some nice little burns. Now, we're at some pretty extreme ranges, everybody. Well, you kind of be aware of that. Like, these ranges are no joke. We're looking at maybe, you know, close to 1,800, 1,500 meters, maybe a little bit more. So this damage is going to be doing a little bit of trace, especially with these closer ranges. Maybe they're going to be able to pull. Actually, no, it's going to be more like 1,200 meters. All right, I'm a little off. 1,200 meters, so we're getting a little bit of like optimal extreme range for some of the mechs, but they're still doing value. Let's do damage. And that's the thing when it comes to these fights, is that you're not trying to get your full, I need to get my most optimal damage. Even trace damage matters. Even a trace damage can do a world of effort after a 15-minute clock has passed. So, now with that said, what are we wanting to see out of these teams? We do see a little bit of a push coming out of Stormlost Legion as they're trying to see if they can make something happen. Now, they already have the cap lead. So the question is, are they doing this because they have some salt they want to rub into? You know, they have some open wounds they're tired of dealing with, and they want to see if they can do the same thing to Smoke Adders? Well, that aggression is set, and that aggression is made. Royal Star going in on that Firestar underscore, trying to get caught out. It's a lot of close range mechs. I think Smoke Adders was not even prepared for this, this straight rushing. I have to say, I love the gamble. Gamble did pay off to a left leg core. Now the question is, was it worth it? We have the Firestar to Alpha being drowned to a right torso open. Gonna be an XL check of the mech. Airstrike, very well timed on the airstrike. Almost caught Royal Star out of it. We do see another strike coming in. Will it be able to catch anybody? Ooh, taking it in the high ground. Will Royal Star be able to get out? Looks like they just managed to pull it off. Ooh, but Ace being taken out by TKO. Nasty shot right there. Taking out the poor little mislings. Center torso just straight up gone. I mean, that's a lot of burn. It's a lot of damage. Now, that's a pretty big thing for Stormlost Legion. So, in that trade-off, they now have Veil Boat and the Vapor Eagle down to 46%. Wasn't there in the beginning, but the Firestar going to 48%. We do see a little action as they're trying to get through the tunnel, trying to escape from the onslaught. That is Smoke Adders. We do have the Black Layer still in the back. Will they be able to escape? No, unfortunately not. They were be able to cut out. So, I hate to say it. The gamble could have been awesome, but it definitely didn't feel worth it. But as we see more mechs getting picked off right now, that hit from the Vapor Eagle finally doing its toll. Looks like Novice in that Nightcare trying to do what they can to stay alive. But Stormlost Legion, that push was a gamble. It definitely was. I definitely think that maybe they could pull us off with the 3-cap lead. They're about 100 points away. We do see some moves coming out of Seraphic Boner and Jay-Z. We'll see if they maybe to get some good value. We do see that the Rhine is still okay as far as the health goes. Nothing fully opened up. That Direwolf, on the other hand, though, taking a nasty airstrike, actually has itself center torso ready to pop. We do have the Mad Cat right torso ready to go. TKO is able, however, to kill Not Fist. We do see the Light Mechs were able to peel out of here and catch the poor Night Gear that left alone. Even Stone Falcon, relatively okay as far as armor goes, but it looks like because of this, what they're able to pick off now, looks like the Flea and the Firestar are going to go ahead and take Kappa, maybe even join up on this fight over here. We do have Captain Judas trying to be a little more of a buffer zone for their teammates who are being shot up by Seraphic Boner and Jay-Z. We also have some shots coming in from Kappa right now, hitting Jay-Z off to the side. Jay-Z dropping down to a right torso open and center torso open. Seraphic Boner doing their best to use their jump jets, the capabilities to armor twist and get themselves in a better position. Expected to Captain Judas to come around the corner, but Captain Judas actually has no reason to. Smoke Adders now, well, you know, it did jinx it a little bit as 2 mechs do go down, but they still retain a player lead. While the cap lead is not theirs, they were able to flip Kappa. Sea-Wiz being dropped down to 44% is not great, but notice the percentages as we're coming out of Stormlost Legion. 47% for Stone Falcon, 45, excuse me. Jay-Z, I'm going to 43%, Royal Star 48%, Seraphic Boner 62%. I mean, again, they're able to do at least a good amount of fire. They're able to try to put some shots, but they will... Actually, funny enough, if Smoke Adders does squander this, Storm Legend could come on top. But I think what we're waiting for, the range mechs have no reason to kind of push up. They don't need to expose themselves. They can just kind of hold what angles they can. We do see Vindicated getting kind of picked on a little bit, but it's going to be the Flea. The Flea and the Firestar. If they can catch one more of these mechs off guard, that would secure the win. As we do see TKO going for Stone Falcon. Now, Stone Falcon does have Royal Star able to help out. That Fleet 17, though, is not worse for wear. It is smoking a little bit, but it's looking at just the arms. The legs are fine. Let's see. Here goes the fight. Will that Firestar be able to catch the shots on that Fleet? TKO doing their best. Actually getting some good moves. Vindicated for Smoke Adders. Actually taking out Jay-Z over the bridge. Looks like poor old I was going to say Seraphic Boner, but before I could even get the words out, was able to be finished off. Leaving off Royal Star and Stone Falcon, doing their best to resist the TKO, Onslaught, and the rest of Smoke Adders. Now, I'd like to see Stormlost Legion pull off what Ace did for them in the last match. They could put out the fire, and that's what I'm talking about. Royal Star getting the killing blow after the leg on TKO. Not sure who spotted the leg. We're able to take out that mech. Now, there is a 3-cap lead being being brought in by Smoke Adders, but Smoke Adders has a full team to play with still. They have bodies to send to the forefront. Those ghillies, both at 80%. Royal Star being the last mech alive, left and right leg ready to go. Like PPCs allow them to have a little bit of range. But at this point, the Firestarter could go for the blood, but I think they might be going for the cap. And sure enough, yep, they are going to go for the cap. They're going for the long game. Hope for the smart play. There was indeed a trade between Stone Falcon and good old Vindicated. And they took each other out. It was beautiful. We all love it. Now, the question is, what will Royal Star do? Going through the tunnel, emerging from the tunnel, is more than likely going to be able to snake this cap. Will that one cap be able to get him far enough in the lead? I mean, with only a couple mechs live, it looks like most of the smoke adders are on this side. With a cap of summer, Royal Star could potentially flip this cap before any mechs are able to get shots on them. But it would have to move straight to Epsilon after this, and Epsilon is yet going to be yet another full cap. So I have to say, it's looking a little tough right now, everybody. Your team needs your favor, needs your appreciation. All right, you need to start submitting now. Who do you think is going to win this? Because they need it. Every vote. Honestly, I'm not going to even count Royal Star out. I think they can still try to snake it, but it looks like because of the points and because of the lead and the likelihood of taking a full cap of Epsilon, they're just going for some blood. They're going in for the fight. Will they be able to get? They do lose their leg. There was the one-touch leg. Will they be able to catch that Firestarter? Shots firing, all the firepower. Oh, I almost thought. I thought Royal Star clutched it for a second. Oh, that was close. There we go. Third match down. Smoke Adders still maintaining the victory lead, 2-1. But there are 2 more matches to play, so all that more of action to see. Publish the stats. There you go. We do have from this team stats damage 5-3 coming out of Vindicated in that War with 6 arm. 7-63 coming out of Jay-Z in that Ryan. Jay-Z was not happy they were taken out first in that last match, so they came to bring the pain, and brought the pain. They did. Moving on. All right, we're waiting for these teams to come in. Good luck. Have Vegemite. This is not sponsored by Vegemite. Vegemite, if you want to sponsor me, I guess send me an email. All right, we'll talk about it. All right, so coming out of the Smoke Atoms, we have Sequence in the Mad Cat 1. We have the Javelin, 11F by underscore. We have Sun Scooter. No, Supernova. Being probably It's All Right With Me. We do have TKO in the Javelin, Black Lantern, Captain Judas, another 1P on Fearing, and Sun Spider once again. I keep saying Sun Spider. Oh, no, it is the Sun Spider. I was right. Everyone else messes that up, right? Come on, please, somebody. Anyways, we have the another 1P with 3 ER lasers, 2 ER PPCs. We have the Mad Cat, 2 Gauss Rifle, 4 ER lasers. Sun Spider with the 6 ER beams, 2 large pulses, and another 6 ER beams, 2 large pulses. Love that little setup. We have a Black Lantern coming out again, 6 small pulses. We got 4 micro lasers on that one. We got the good old Javelin coming in hot with the 2 small pulses, 6 heavy machine guns. Once again, another Javelin, probably running a very similar build. In fact, it is 2 small pulses, 6 heavy machine guns. And last but not least, we do have the Hunchback 2C. Great paint job, by the way. Running the 6 ER beams, 2 large lasers. Now, coming in Storm Lost Legion. We have Veilboat in the Stalker 5S. We have Stone Falcon, the Hunchback 2C. Notvis in the Night Gear C. Mistlinks being piloted by Rapido Squirrel. Marauder 5M by Serpent Poner. Royal Star by is piloting the Black Lantern. We have Ace in the Mistlinks G and Jay-Z in the Stalker 5S. So, we're seeing some good positions coming out already. Stone Falcon, the Hunchback 2C, making use of those 2 PPC high mounts in order to get some good shots off in that hill coverage. Royal Star is actually in the Black Lantern with Ace in the Mistlinks, and we do see Rapido Squirrel in this Mistlinks trying to do a little Wolfpack action. We do see a little bit of gas station, or more in the outreaches of the gas station, trying to see what they can get out. 2 PPCs, 2 Gods coming in with the Night Gear running the 4 ER lasers and 1 Gods rifle. And we do see the Stalker 5 ER lasers as well coming in hot. Stalker 5S, Veilboat trying to see if they can get a wider clearing. We do see a little positioning coming out the Hunchback as well. Stone Falcon was not happy with their value. 5 ER is coming out of that Stalker to put it on the range firepower. So, a little bit of range game, but with tricky little Sun Spiders in here as well. So that if a Wolfpack does make a push, Smoke Adders actually has a little bit of an answer for it. So it's going to come down to Sea-Wiz and that Annihilator being able to trade with most of the team. Will they be able to do any of that? Will they have to pull back and kind of hope that they're Wolfpack? But this is the gamble. When you take only a couple mechs of range, you put most of your other mechs into a brawl or kind of like a 4 momentum push. That means your range mechs are not going to be able to out-trade with any other fellow range or op 4 range mechs. As you can see, they got a lot of them coming out of Storm Lost Legion. But honestly, with that Wolfpack, if they can catch one of these mechs alone, like this Royal Star, taking a little bit of trades damage, it's like they're just kind of letting each other know that we don't appreciate their presence, trying to fight over it, trying to argue over it. UAVs coming out from both teams, trying to make sure that they both aware of where they are, where that line needs to be crossed. ER lasers coming out to take them out, and follow lasers coming out of smoke arrows to take out the enemy UAV. Well done, well fought. Silo is being taken up as residence for Stormlost Legion. Not Viz in the night gear, trying to see if they can get some cheeky shots on maybe the range mechs. And the range mechs coming out of Stormlost Legion, or excuse me, Smoke Adders, kind of having to take a smaller role, trying to see if they can sit back a little bit, take opportunistic shots. Just means that they won't be able to give the Wolfpack as much cover, but it also means that they're not taking an unnecessary amount of damage. Well, it's right with me. Looks like they shot through the ground. Okay. They're just barely making the shot over with their high-mounted lasers, trying to get the little damage, what they can at least, on not missing that night gear. Probably getting some good trace amount of damage coming out. We do see Jay-Z and the Sucker kind of starting, it looks like, a little bit of a push. Maybe they're trying to take over the Hamburger Hill. Now, this could be a very scary setup for them. As we do see the Wolfpack coming to Smoke Adders, taking an interesting situation. Oh, I'm worried. I'm really worried for Stormlost Legion. If they keep up this forward momentum push, they do not know. They have no info this Wolfpack is here. There might be some comms of the disappearance of the Wolfpack. We do see another UAV going out. Looks like from Stormlost Legion, trying to see if they can get some info. We see the Sun Spider being actually taken out of position, being shot up by the LR lasers, giving info. We just see that they're trying to jump on that Sun Spider, is going to be able to grab it. But look, meanwhile, Javelin's going in for that Marauder 5N. Look at that leg focus fire. I hope to see it. Looks like we are trying to rip over his legs, trying to see if we can get some good value of that rear hit. Now, the thing is that there's a lot more range mechs here to kind of self up. Whoa! We do have self-destruction coming out of his already, that overheat power and coming in hot with all those large pulses and ER mediums. It's a lot of damage, but unfortunately, if you are in the middle of the brawl and not able to get any kind of relief for that one, that laser or those pulses will add up in their heat, especially with the ER mediums. We do see a little bit of pushing coming out of the Midslings as they try to jump on the Hunchback by Vindicated. Royal Star joining in the Black Lantern. Right, left torso ready to pop. And there goes. Oh, will they catch it? TKO is able to get Rabbit Skrull out of the fight. Roy TKO putting in some work. The Wolfpack was called to deal with the other Wolfpack. So we are going to see a little light mech on light mech action. We do see, meanwhile, we have the remaining of Stormlost Legion trying to get in position, trying to take out Unfearing the Annihilator. We do see the other mechs over there off to the side, still putting in more shots, moving in as well. But it does look like that Smoke Adders is actually claiming the light mech fight. And the light V lights, they are securing their kills and getting the Stormlost Legion. A lot of good focus fire, as we do see, once again, Ace and Royal Star going down, followed by Rabbit Skrull, all three of them being taken out of that situation. Now it's a Wolfpack versus no Wolfpack. And a lot of okay, healthy range mechs. We do see Syrup opponent still alive in their mech, trying to see if they can focus out the United 1P NC Wiz. And honestly, Syrup opponent does indeed get one of those mechs. But now we do see this Veil opponent just doing their best to buy the time they need for their team. The longer they take to go down out of the situation, the more likely they're going to be able to have, hopefully, reinforcements at some point. I mean, besides Stone Falcon here, Stone Falcon being the rock for their group, putting out their shots, being much of a disturbance as they can. Left leg and right torso ready to go. We do see, Serpent opponent getting TKO out of the situation, that Javelin. Oh, that Javelin, it's ready to go. Right torso's open. Stone Falcon doing their best to make that 50 tons count. Black Panther's going in. There goes its, goes its left torso and most of its weapons. Stone Falcon still alive. Not even, well, still alive, but no E or PPCs, no weapons to offer to help out with. It is now just a stick trying to do its best to be the distraction it needs to be. Jay-Z happy to oblige in their long-range Stalker 5S. We do see Syrup going to end off his team. They can claim the last kill being on Captain Judas. And what a turnaround indeed. Whew. So honestly, both these teams did a great job pulling this fight. Syrup going to getting the last kill on Captain Judas. I love how much of the back and forth matches we're having right now. Stormlost Legion set up and did with their range mix, did a little bit of a push, and even was surprised by a little bit of the Wolfpack trying to get in there. But it turns out that even if you lose your Wolfpack and your range mechs are still healthy enough, it's a scary situation. There's your match ID points if you actually need it. We do see 682 match damage coming out of Jay-Z and that Stark 5S, and Veilbow, not to be disappointed, 891 taking it for the team. We do see a Smoke out of 613 damage coming out of Underscore, and the Javelin 11F did do some considerable work considering the Wolfpack did win the Wolfpack fight. But again, range mechs all day. But yeah, a lot of people are excited for Stormlost Legion to turn the end around, as they should be. Let's get it going. All right, we'll go ahead and start over here. with Storm Lost Legion and see what mechs they're bringing to the table. So Royal Star on the Shadow Hawk 2K. We have the Quick Draw 5K. We have the Javelin 11F. Executioner being piloted by Stone Falcon. Not this in the Black Lantern A. Rapido Scroll, the Archer Prime. Linebacker being piloted by Skippy Nibbles and Certain Component and the Executioner. I was hoping to see some Executioners in this fight. So 3 SRM6 and 3 light PPCs. We do see the Black Lantern. It's okay, Cat. Black Lantern probably bringing the micro lasers, small pulses. We do see a nice little. Oh wait, are we getting it? Are we getting the brawl push we've been asking for? 6 medium pulse lasers coming in the quick draw. We have the other Executioner leading the charge, either running lots of lasers. Actually a UAC 20 SRM6 and 3 heavy medium lasers. RG to Prime leading the fight. Oh my goodness, everybody, we got it! Storm Lost Legion is brawling! Let's go! Alright, so we got TKO taking out Theta Cap. We do see a little bit of a setup coming out of Smoke Adders. Looks like they are going for Nightgear, Mistslings, Hunchback, Marauder 4L, Fleet 17, Phoenix Hawk, Marauder 4L, and a Nightgear. A little bit of a range drop. Ooh, love you, Captain Judas. You got some great paint skins, but right now I gotta focus on firepower. It's because what's gonna happen, it's gonna happen quick. Storm Lost Legion needs to push in. They need to get in close with this fight. We do see a lot, as we say, I guess, a lot of range firepower, but if they can get in close and they get in fast, all of these mechs being piloted by Smoke Adders, this is what's going to win the fight. We do see, it looks like a little bit of focus fire on Captain Judas trying to catch that Hunchback. We have Thorax in that Mistlinks trying to put some trace fire on the back. We do see Nofis, I think, coming in to stop that Mistlinks from being harassing their teammate. We do see, finally, Captain Judas being focused out with a brawl fight. We do see Vindicated and Unfearing trying to put what shots they can with their Gauss Rifles, with their ELR lasers, trying to see if they can stop this brawl push that's coming out. Execution is doing a lot of good armors. Remember, they have jump jets, they have mats. I'm not sure if these certain variants can, but honestly, they probably all do. They're all stupid good. God, Clan Max, why are you so strong? We do see them actually breaking into the Marauder 4L, trying to rip the armor, doing good crossfire, though we have to notice that Seawoods and that Nightgear were able to put some good back shots onto the team. That's kind of some of the hills I'm talking about. Look at that spot over there. I'm sorry, we have to go back to the Brawl. The Brawl, we have Unfearing dropping down to the low ground. Destroyed. We have the mechs following through, pouring on, trying to catch the Nightgear next. We have Royal Star, Notvis, and Skippy Nibbles ripping apart the legs of that Nightgear. Cinerotoso is also gone. It doesn't even seem like they're focusing on anything. Just all of it. Mistlinks is trying to do what kind of back shots they can. Looks like they are still in the fight. We are down to 5 friendly mechs out of Smoke Adders and 7, 1 close to being dead mechs coming out of Storm Lost Legion. This brawl push has done its job. It has done its work. Now will Smoke Adders be able to take it back? The light mechs is what it's going to come to. Thorax trying to do what they can. Looks like they are legged. They are trying to put what shots they can as well. Trying to protect that right leg if they can. Ace wanting that leg, though, desperately is going to make it available to Royal Stars able to get the kill. We do see Skip and Nibbles going down, being taken up by Psyche and that Marauder 4L running the 2 gods, 2 ERPC, trying to see what kind of shots now. Again, the jump jets is going to help them out. If they can't get up there, these shots can get a lot of value, but there we go. Ace will be able to jump on there. TKO was able to kill Stone Falcon, the Executioner from afar. However, Psyche is being surrounded by all sorts of firepower, is able to go down. We do still have Seawiz doing what they can in that Nightgear with the 4 ELR lasers and Gauss Rifle. Phoenix Hawk underscore doing what they can. Where? Oh, they're over here. Actually able to get their Articheetah out of the fight. See, this is what I'm talking about. Brawl fights are so messy. Oh, man. And we do see TKO able to take out a TKO. Oh, look at this little, like, Starlock pit, you know, junkyard mash of a fight. I say Starlock pit because it looks deadly and dangerous. And for a couple of those mechs, it sure was. Ace going down, eventually TKO going down. Good run by TKO. We do see underscore trying to do their best to draw the line of fire back to Seawiz so the Seawiz can get some good firepower out. We're going to go ahead and notice that the Shadowhawk has actually lost its left leg, just relying on their light PPCs to poke what trading shots they can on Seawiz. But with the Conquest style map, oh, I just noticed that you guys actually can't see the scoreboard. Well, it didn't matter as much. With the Brawl Push, it is what we expected. Let's be real. We do have a lot of damage being brought up by both these teams. It does seem like Smoke Adders is going to be in a tough situation to win this. Funny enough, they still have the cap lead. With 1 mech legged, Black Lantern getting the flip on Kappa. Black Lantern also legged out of the situation. Seawiz has to be aggressive if they're going to stay in this fight. The quick draw by Arc Crossler is also legged. All 3 mechs of Storm Lost Legion are legged. Seawiz is not. Seawiz, I think, is hoping they can get a kill. They can definitely take back one of these flags. They have sight on Sigma. They know if they go for Theta, they're able to get it. They have 10 minutes to buy the time. And with these weakened mechs, Oh, we do see Seawiz is definitely going in for it. Royal Star is not in a position to actually assist. Instead, it looks like they're going to go for the Sigma flag, which is not a bad play. But Seawiz has their way. Taking this flag right now for Theta, with both these legs being legged. Like, Novice is going to go for Epsilon. So this is going to be a very slow match, everybody. But I think Smokeheaders might be able to pull it off. Sigma is not a full cap, so they will have to move on to somewhere else. But the thing is, as soon as they get a kill on another mech, another match, they're set. I mean, with that cap lead by 100 points, that's a lot of wiggle room. And for Theta just to be casually flipped right now, Royal Star just now getting to the point. Now, the real question is, how good are the comms? How good is the info that they're getting right now? Obviously, Stormlost Legion knows they're legged, and they basically have to defend these points with their lives. Does Seawiz know that? Is Seawiz, out of Smokeheaders, aware that these legs have been, or these mechs have been legged? I would hope so. TKO definitely should know, since it was just a 1v1 situation over here. We do know a component was taken off. Seawiz should be aware about Royal Star. So as long as TKO give them information about it, Seawiz should be aware that they have one-legged mech. Now, with a 4-cap lead, Kappa half-capped, probably not looking to cap it for this night gear. I don't know, everybody. This is looking a little scared for both these teams. Oh, what a great push. I just want to highlight that push while we wait for all these teams to get into position. That brawl push coming on Stormlost Legion, rushing this entire sector, bowling over into Theta, balling over what light mechs were there to take the cap and push on up. That was a pretty strong move. They're able to utilize both the little bit of the cover afforded here, and even though that this night gear was set up for it, was able to get some very great shots. Being Seawiz right here, and it was another mech right here. The brawl team was able to punch into that hunchback, rip up to the top, and take out the Marauder and then the night gear. All the while, their good old Smokeheaders light mechs doing their best to rip them apart as much as they can. I mean, TKO doing, again, fantastic work taking out Stone Falcon, Skibby Nibbles, and Ace out of the situation. But of course, poor old Psyche being taken out from the rest of the team as well. The Rex dying, trying to defend their good old Vindicated and Vindicated and Unfairing out of the situation. We have a 2-cap lead. Now, Smokeheaders is in the lead. I think it does make sense for both these teammates to just hold the position. It's not likely they're going to be able to win a straight-up fight. I mean, they're, with right leg being open, the night gear being relatively fresh as well, 7 minutes on the clock. Ooh. World Star also taking a good position. They're basically, what they're wanting to do is that as soon as they see they get capped, they might engage on it right away and just stop the cap timer as much as they can. Or they might let the mech walk away and try, like, see if it feels and see how it works out for them. Seawiz is actually potentially... I'm curious to see what Seawiz's line of thought is. Looks like they think that maybe... Actually, okay, this kind of maneuver right now makes me think that Seawiz is not aware those mechs are legged. They're expecting the Theta cap. Okay, and I love this. I love this big brain thought. So right now, Stormlost Legion, not knowing or seeing where this night gear has gone, has decided, okay, well, maybe they're going for Gamma, where we're not defending something, and then we get a 3-cap lead. With how close the points are, that could mean all the difference. Novice, taking their own gamble, is headed that way to see if they can stop the point. Will they stop here, or will they go full Gamma? We don't know. But it looks like instead, Seawiz is headed over to Royal Star. Now, Royal Star, once again, is legged. Is beat up, but it has not lost all their armor on their right leg yet. It's not going to take a lot for that night gear to punch through. But will it be enough? I mean, 3 SRM6s and, 3 light PPCs, I mean, it's got some punching power. And, Seawiz is not going to know about it until they're definitely in optimal range, where it's going to be 4 Early Users and Goss. Not the best brawling tools. Yeah, heavy hitting, but not the best brawling tools. Looks like if they're going to rip off anything, it might be that left arm if they can. See if they can take off some of that firepower right off the bat. All right, we're going in. Seawiz getting closer and closer. Everyone's excited. Everyone enjoyed the messy brawl. I know this has been kind of a quiet moment waiting for things to happen, but this is kind of what you expect. This is what you want out of these matches. Like, from these high quality teams, for these teams to put in these efforts and to have every single match be close. Every single match being so close for being a decisive win to a decisive fight. Here we go. Sea-Wiz taking the cap, looking for info. Royal Star getting the info, taking their time and lining up the shot. Was not able to rip anything off. Looks like that Night Gear is still left alive. Cord out with that Shadowhawk. Will they be able to get in? Oh, we got more Yarlow Phasers, and there it goes. Stormlost Legion taking it with a 3-cap lead. So close to dying. Sea-Wiz so close of turning it for Smoke Adders. Can we get a round of applause for these teams? Honestly, they did a fantastic job. I didn't even pay attention to time. I was so focused on that situation right there. The time was gone to me. But look at that. We got Stormlost Legion, Royal Star, putting 743 damage, solid damage out of the team from all around. We do have 684 damage coming in. Sea-Wiz doing some work for Smoke Adders. But honestly, everyone put in a lot of good efforts, a lot of good value. We finally get to see you brawl, Stormlost Legion. I tip my hat to you. Thank you for showing NSR is still alive and well within us all. And I'm not coining it to be judgmental. I'm coining it because it's true for us too. GD20 loves their brawl. So honestly, love to see it. But that's it for us, everybody. We're done. All the matches have concluded. Everything is finished. We had a great time watching these two teams go at it. We're gonna have multiple weeks. So, like, for example, for this team alone, for this division alone, for 6 weeks of gameplay. If you're a fan of Mechwarrior Online, if you're a fan of 2D20, Yuntow being me, of casting, of just competitive matches in general, get involved, say hello. All right, y'all. I'm gonna head out. Remember, no matter what's going on in the world, I'm doing my best to keep you company. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Later.